My child, a difficult scenario is coming in your existence, and this case goes to test your feelings on the following degree. Sure, this precise situation will make your feelings go through experience of roller coaster, and you'll feel significant happiness in addition to grief. My infant, you might be questioning why that is going to take place. Then let me tell you, this isn't to harm you. This is not to break you. This is not to deter or forsake you. I am the Lord your God, and that I do not allow something into your life without motive. What you're approximately to stroll through has been weighed in my best awareness, and although it may additionally seem as though the very floor underneath your toes is trembling, I've not left your aspect, not for one moment. The journey ahead will shake you, for it is meant to shake what can be shaken, in order that what cannot be shaken may additionally remain. I'm purifying your heart, refining your thoughts, drawing out your innermost fears, and confronting the shadows you have not but confronted. You may ask yourself questions that you have by no means dared to invite. You may seek your soul, and you will weep. You'll snicker. You'll preserve your breath in awe. And in different moments you will cry out to me in desperation. And I'm able to listen every cry, feel every tear, and stand nearer than your own breath. You notice my liked feelings are not your enemy. They're a part of the design I've written into your being. They're no longer supposed to control you, but to show the depths of your coronary heart. This situation is going to stir every layer of your soul, no longer because I pry to your pain, but due to the fact I'm coaching you the way to stand even when the wind is strongest, but how to stroll even if the road is broken, how to love even if the heart is trembling. I'm forming patience in you, a resilience with the intention to no longer falter. I am coaching you to anchor your joy now, not within the ever-changing situations of the global, however in the unchanging nature of who I'm. There might be days while you feel absolutely beaten, and in the ones moments you'll experience like collapsing. However, I will be there. I will seize each fall. I could be the electricity while yours is long past. I will whisper truth into your coronary heart whilst the noise of the world threatens to drown out your peace. I may be your stillness, your calm within the hurricane. Do not mistake the silence you on occasion experience for absence. I'm within the silence too. Now and again I whisper so you will draw nearer. On occasion I permit the darkness in order that my mild will shine brighter inside you. This case, though painful, might be the area where a number of the most stunning components of you are revealed. I am peeling away the layers which you have used to defend yourself, the worry, the pride, the self-doubt, the tension, and I am revealing the masterpiece underneath. You aren't fragile, my baby. You aren't forsaken. You are not forgotten. You are forged in my love, strengthened by using my spirit, and held collectively by using my grace. As your feelings rise just like the tides, do no longer be afraid to feel them. Do not be ashamed of your tears. I accumulate them, absolutely everyone, and none of them fall without, which means I recognize what you convey. I understand the load of your past, the pain of your questions, the strain of your future. I realize the thoughts that you have never voiced to all people. I see the battles that rage interior of you, and I'm now not disenchanted. I am moved. I'm invested. I'm near. This situation will stretch you, but it'll additionally open your eyes. You'll start to see people in a different way. You may have compassion in which when you best felt judgment. You will have grace for others due to the fact you may realize what it means to want grace yourself. I'm softening your heart, not to make you weak, however to make you actually sturdy, strong in mercy, robust in love, robust in reality, sturdy in humility. The strength that I preference for you is not loud or proud. It's far consistent, rooted, unmoved by means of the evaluations of others, anchored in everlasting fact. I understand what it's far to be rejected. I know what it smiles to sense alone. I understand what it's far to carry a burden that nobody else knows, and because I recognize what I stroll with you in it. I'm no longer just the God above you, I am the God within you. I live on your heart. I breathe to your lungs. I speak in the stillness. I move in the small moments you overlook, but look for me no longer most effective in the miracles, but within the mundane. No longer best within the mountain, however in the valley. I am present in each. Do not rush this method, my toddler. Do now not pray away the very aspect I'm using to mature you. I see how you long freeze for consolation, for peace, however real peace isn't always observed in the absence of problem. It is discovered inside the presence of me, even if the hassle is still there. You'll discover ways to deliver joy into pain. You may learn how to sing, even whilst you are surrounded via sorrow. You will become a testimony no longer due to the fact your existence is loose from difficulty, but because my glory shines through you within the midst of it. There will be folks who do now not recognize the trait happening within you. This is okay. I am now not changing you for his or her approval. I am remodeling you to mirror my photo. I'm carving into your soul the likeness of my Son. And although it appears like loss of life in some moments, it is resurrection and cover. Something holy is being birthed within the silence and the ache within the ready. New existence is coming, although you cannot but see it. Consider me. Do no longer measure my love for you through your instances. Measure it by using the go. Measure it by means of the blood I shed for you. That became now not in twist of fate. That changed into not conditional. That became eternal, deliberate, eternal love. I have never stopped loving you, now not even for a second. I do no longer love you more in your fine days or much less to your worst. My love isn't always primarily based to your performance. It is primarily based on my nature and that I do no longer alternate. You're going to stroll through a few doorways to be able to terrify you. You will face alternatives that feel like cliffs and you may not constantly realize what to do, but I will guide you. I will in no way leave you to determine alone. My spirit is inside you. My phrase is a lamp to your feet. I will confirm the manner. Even while you doubt I am trustworthy. Even whilst you hesitate I am patient. Even when you fail I repair. There may be electricity rising in you that isn't your personal. This is my spirit growing, pressing outward out of your inner being. You may rise now not due to the fact you experience strong, but because I am strong in you. You will upward thrust not due to the fact the state of affairs modifications, but because I am converting you within the scenario. You'll rise not because you figured it out, but because you trusted me even while you could not see the end. So whilst the grief comes, permit it come. And when the pleasure comes, acquire it without guilt. While you sense both right now grief and pleasure, fear and religion, weakness and power, do not be alarmed. That is a part of the transformation. That is what it means to stroll with me. The flesh might also struggle with the spirit, but the spirit will win. Constantly. I have already conquered. You aren't strolling closer to victory, you are walking from it. Whilst others leave, I will stay. While you are misunderstood, I apprehend. Whilst you are weary, I will deliver you. I've by no means expected perfection, best give up. Give me your tears, provide me your anger, deliver me your confusion, your silence, your longing. I will take care of it all. I am not terrified of your feelings. I created them. I gave you a coronary heart that feels deeply so you could know what it meant to love deeply simply as I like you. Your feelings can also upward thrust and fall, however I do no longer. I'm steady. I am trustworthy. I'm love itself. So rest in me. While you do not know what day after today holds, maintain directly to me. When you do not understand the way to pray, just sit with me. I do no longer require phrases to understand your soul. I listen what's unspoken. I see what is hidden. I realize every piece of you and I love every component. My child, pay attention intently, for what I am about to mention will shield your heart. There are moments in existence when human beings will enter your world with smiles, with words that warm you, with intentions that seem vivid and safe. They may locate in you something that stirs them, something that comforts them, something that makes them experience visible. They will feel unique around you, no longer due to what you do, however due to who you are. And sure, that is lovely. And it is also delicate. You have got a coronary heart that contains light. You've got a soul that displays my nature. My peace is upon you, and your presence awakens matters in human beings that they did not even recognize they were longing for. It smiles no coincidence that they come to you. It is no accident that they experience unique around you. My spirit flows via you even when you do not realize it. And sure, they're interested in that. However, I have to inform you, not each person who enters your life is meant to stay for all time. Now, not absolutely everyone who's comforted via your presence is geared up to honor it. Some come because they're hungry for mild, but they're not but ready to hold it. Some come due to the fact they feel a form of protection in you that they have got by no means discovered some other place, but feeling safe and choosing to be safe are not the identical component. A few will love how you are making them feel, however no longer love you for who you really are. And this, my cherished, can hurt you if you do no longer anchor yourself in me. You may be tempted to give too much. you'll be tempted to pour forever and ever, to heal, to repair, to chase, to hold what's slipping away. But, I say to you, do not come to be a prisoner to different human beings' inconsistency. Do not tie your peace to the unpredictable nature of human emotion. Even individuals who as soon as checked out you with eyes full of love might also in the future have a look at you with confusion, distance, or maybe disdain. This isn't a reflection of your really worth. That is a reflection of wherein they may be of their adventure. You are not the purpose someone modifications for the more serious, and you aren't the only who can change them for the higher unless I ordain it. Let go of the weight to be a person's savior. This is my region, not yours. You may love, you could support, you can listen, however you cannot control the tides of every other individual's heart. Whilst someone chooses to stroll away, even after all you have got poured into them, even when you held them in their brokenness, recognize this: it became by no means your fault. It changed into by no means your failure. I see the way it influences you, my child. I see the sleepless nights, the silent questions. What did I do incorrect? Why did they exchange? Became I not enough? However, let me say this with the voice of eternity: you have been enough. You're sufficient, and their exchange does now not diminish your cost. Their decision to withdraw, to turn out to be distant, to mistreat or misunderstand you, it's far painful. But it is not a verdict in opposition to your soul. Humans exchange, they grow, or they select no longer to, they heal, or they choose to stay wounded. And once in a while they venture their inner warfare onto those who love them most. Every now and then they'll draw near your mild because they are fearful of their own darkness. However, while your light begins to show too much of their ache, they will retreat no longer because you did anything incorrect. However, due to the fact they may be not but prepared to face what your presence uncovers, you must guard your thoughts, my child. Shield your intellectual fitness as a sacred area, due to the fact it's far in which my spirit communes with you. In case you permit the behavior of others to control your peace, you will all the time be on the mercy of waves you cannot manage. You may be exhausted seeking to hold collectively relationships I in no way intended to closing. You will be depleted seeking to show your really worth to those who are too distracted by using their wounds to see you truly. I understand you like deeply. I created you that manner. I recognize you invest your coronary heart without keeping again. And I honor that, however I additionally name you to know how. Love is a gift, now not a foreign money. It is not something you change in hopes of receiving equal affection. Deliver love freely. However, do now not hand your identification over with it. Human beings might also stroll with you for a season and then leave when the season adjustments. This is not usually betrayal. From time to time it is just the way growth unfolds. But I also want you to be conscious there will be those who come, not simply with brokenness, but with manipulation. There are folks who will cling to you because they crave what you convey, however they haven't any intention of stewarding it well. They may flatter you, need you, praise you, and then at some point without caution, flip bloodless, flip merciless, turn absent. You will be left wondering how someone who once appeared so sincere could now appear like a stranger. Do no longer harden your heart because of this. But do now not let bitterness take root. However, also, do not excuse toxic conduct within the call of compassion. I have no longer called you to be anybody's emotional dumping ground. I've no longer called you to take in chaos within the call of loyalty. You could have a smooth coronary heart and sturdy barriers. You could be loving and nonetheless walk far away from what is dangerous. You can forgive and nevertheless release a person completely out of your life. I am the God who sees in the back of the floor. I see what others conceal. I see the intentions that aren't spoken. Accept as true with me when I cast off a person out of your lifestyles. Accept as true with me while a dating crumbles which you attempted desperately to keep collectively. Consider me after I say no, even when your heart wants to listen. Sure. I shield what you can't see. I protect you even when you do not know you're below assault. And from time to time my safety comes in the shape of distance. You may experience which you are dropping something valuable, however I guarantee you, I only remove what could have destroyed you in the long run. I best separate what I know would grow to be a supply of ache deeper than you could now believe. And when a person leaves your existence all at once, whilst a person modifications without rationalization, whilst someone who once depended on you presently treats you like a stranger, come to me, lay the confusion at my toes. I will untangle the chaos for your mind. I can quiet the voices that torment you. You are not unlovable because someone stopped loving you. You are not invisible because someone stopped seeing you. You are not unworthy because a person chose to leave. I've engraved you at the fingers of my arms. I've counted every hair for your head. I've called you by means of name and not anything you undergo modifications. The name I've given you, liked or redeemed. Selected. My own. I need you to learn how to bless those who leave. No longer because they have been right, now not due to the fact they have been precise to you, however due to the fact conserving directly to. Anger will poison your soul or lease them into my fingers. I am the decide. I am the healer. I understand what they did. I understand what they took. I recognize what they stated behind closed doorways. And that I also recognize a way to repair what they tried to interrupt in you. Let me rebuild your coronary heart more potent. Allow me renew your mind each day so that your peace does no longer rely upon everyone else's conduct. Permit me teach you a way to sit in silence and behold, how to stroll alone and still be complete. Let me show you the way to bring pleasure to your bones that no betrayal can strip away. You have been in no way supposed to depend upon unstable love. You have been made to drink from the eternal nicely me. My infant, I do no longer want your heart to develop cold. I do not need you to become suspicious of each kind word or closed off to each new connection. I need you to parent. I need you to listen not simply to the phrases people say, but to the fruit in their lives. Are they consistent? Are they type while nobody is watching? Do they love without strings connected? Do they show up even if it's inconvenient? Or do they withdraw when you stop giving? You deserve people who do no longer just need you, however select you. Folks that do now not simply take from you, however pour into you as well. Are people who celebrate your light, now not compete with it. Simply individuals who see your soul, not simply your flaw. And I'm able to bring the ones human beings. In time I will align you with souls that are not attracted to you for what you can deliver them, however for who you definitely are in me. Till then, do not lower your standards to preserve employer. Do not betray yourself to be generic, or do now not chase folks that flee. In the event that they cannot see your value now, it isn't your job to prove it. Let me affirm you. Permit me keep you. Permit me surround you with a love in an effort to in no way exchange, by no means fade, by no means fail. You are not hard to like. You are not too much. You are just proper for the ones I've prepared for you. And when the loneliness tries to convince you in any other case, come to me. I am now not remote. I am no longer distracted. I'm right here usually. I understand what you feel. I realize what it smiles to be cherished one day and rejected the following. I recognize what it smiles to be embraced with the aid of the crowds and then crucified by the equal arms. And I persisted it all so that you would in no way have to stroll through heartbreak on my own. Your recovery will come no longer all of a sudden, but it will come. Your heart will beat freely again. Your pleasure will go back. And you'll look again and thank me for each person I eliminated, every communique I silenced, each false connection I severed. You may thank me for saving you from what you concept you wanted. And you'll stroll forward now not with bitterness, but with know-how, now not with worry, however with readability, now not with distrust, but with discernment. Permit this season be one wherein I teach you a way to love without dropping yourself. Let it be one where you discover ways to receive my love before seeking for it someplace else. Permit or not, it's one wherein you construct your identity no longer on who walks into your life, but at there, one that will by no means walk out. You are precious, even when others do not apprehend it. You are protected, even if it looks like all has fallen apart. You are held, even while you feel abandoned. And you're cherished completely, deeply, endlessly by way of me, so relaxation my baby. Allow pass of what I've asked you to release. Make room for what I'm sending subsequent. Get your thoughts, nurture your peace, and live near me. I can now not let you fall. I can stroll with you through each loss and lead you into joy that no man can do away with. I'm God, and I do no longer trade. My love does no longer trade. I plan with a purpose to no longer change, and regardless of who comes or is going, I continue to be regular, actual for all time.